Welcome. It is Friday early afternoon and there is a lot of pole maintenance I need to do. So let me show you what I'm doing. I made a list of everything because I want to stay on task. I feel like some of them will be super easy, but then others are going to require a little more, and I'm gonna need your moral support. Without further ado, let me tell you everything that's on the list. I hope I'm not being too ambitious, thinking I'm gonna get all of this done in a reasonable amount of time, but I feel like some of these are pretty easy and I should be able to. I need to top off my Splendid and my Obliqua. I need to extend my Snow Queen, Adansonii Mint, and Majestic. I need to redo my Esculento and Golden Pothos. And I need to completely take apart my Adansonii elbow. I feel like this sounds like I could get this all done today in one video that's not super long, but I guess we'll see. I figured we would start with the easy ones that just need to be topped off. So that's gonna be the Splendid and the Majestic. Let me get all set up and I'll show you what I'm doing. We're set up and I forgot the plants. Here's my Splendid. He already has one extension and I am just going to top him off. I don't know if you can see, but that new leaf is growing and there's no more moss. So this one should be pretty easy peasy. Oh, I will note that in preparation for this, I did water all of the poles yesterday. Yeah, yesterday morning. So they're all freshly hydrated. So all we're doing with this one is just filling it up with moss.
Come on, saw, turn the key and cooler on. There's a pause for relief.
This guy is all set. I found that I didn't really need to keep attaching the nodes because it's done really good attaching on its own, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see any of the roots there with the glare. But yeah, it's done really good, and it's certainly, this is the newest leaf right here, and it's certainly upsizing too. I really love this philodendron. I'm so happy I have it and growing. Okay, let's do the Majestic. We can't spend too much time talking about all of them because then this would turn into a very long video. Up next, my philodendron Majestic. It recently dropped the two oldest leaves. I think I let it go dry for too long. I have this in a white pot and I really like the clear ones because that helps me visually see when the medium is dry. These don't really do the leaf curling like other plants when they're thirsty, so I think I missed that. I had also just put it too close to a grow light and it completely bleached that previous new leaf that was gorgeous and huge. But this is the newest leaf that's coming in. It's still very much soft, and look how pretty it is, the color. But so this one, it's going to be right at the edge when I add the moss, but I think that after this leaf starts hardening and I get the new growth point, I'm probably going to chop it so that I can have two vines growing from this plant. So I just want to top it off so that that newest node grabs onto the pole. And honestly, I don't see a lot of roots in the pole at all. I see few, not a lot. So I'm not even sure it's grabbing on. But it is upsizing, so that's good. I'll bring you a little bit higher up so that you can see. This poor leaf also got burned with the light. Ugh. I was really disappointed at this one because look at the difference in leaf size. One from the other. Anyway, geesh, I hope I have enough moss. This is all pre-moistened moss.
Pass, you don't even have
and this guy is done. As soon as this leaf finishes off hardening and I see another growth point, I'm probably gonna chop it. So for now, this is good enough. By the way, both of those plants are on the Grow Thickly Medium 3.0 pole, so they're the poles that open up in the front. So next, let's move on to extensions. We'll extend my Monstera Mint first. This has done so well, and I don't know if you watched my chop and repair rescue emergency situation with it, but it never skipped a beat. And look at, I don't know if you can see all of those roots in the pole. The last node is actually right here, so there's no more moss, but there's also a new leaf emerging right up here. So I want to just go ahead and extend it while we're at it. So first I think we'll build the pole. This is a Russo grow pole. I love both poles. They're both great. Easy to build, easy to manage. They both seem pretty stable. The Russo pole is a little wider and it only comes in the one size. And then Grow Thickly pole has them in multiple sizes, and they have the versions of the back closure or the front closure.
I will see the whole deal through today. I've got better things to do, okay, to leave a little bit undone, and be the cat in the sun.
So the reason I'm not filling the poles completely on extensions is that I am concerned I might run out of moss. Plus it's more moss pole to keep moist and water. So, and I still have quite a bit to fill on this pole. So that's why.
Be the cat in the sun. Set aside every empty spreadsheet line and loosen up on the grind.
Okay, I think that's good for
Sit
the
down,
extension.
settle back and mess around. Be the cat in the sun. Someday I will see the whole deal through today. I've got better things to do, okay.
Here she is, getting huge. And the leaf upsize is getting, I mean, these come in so wonky, but I feel like that's what I love about it. Do yours come in wonky too if you have one? Or is it just me? So I'm obviously going to have to add more moss pretty soon, since this is where the last node is, but that's okay for now. At least the extension is in there. Next, we're gonna extend my Snow Queen. You can see she has several nodes above where the moss is. So we'll top it off, and I already built my other extension. I put even less moss on this one than the previous because I'm getting extremely concerned I'm gonna run out of moss. So I'm gonna have to order more, but then once the extension's in, it's easy to just top it off. So let's fill this. Oh man, might have to get the rest of it right now. Okay, let's see how it goes with the extension, because I can always just add more. And extending these poles, these Russo poles, both the Russo and the Grow Thickly, is super easy. These you just place inside like so, line them up, and you are set. Okay, so let's push the moss down. I do have more moss that I'm gonna go get right now, but for these intents and purposes, I'm just going to leave it like this, barely. Well, the Last note is right here, so there's only a little bit more moss, but again, I'd rather just order more and try to take care of more of the poles that I need to take care of with the moss that I have left. Also for this one, this vine started growing to the side, so let's attach it onto the moss pole. But the vines in general have attached to the pole pretty well. I don't know if you can see. Hope it's focusing. In general, they're pretty good in there. So this is the only one that needs some assistance getting in there. Let me see what's happening. If we could. Yeah. Put that one right there. Grab my grafting tape. I like to use grafting tape because I feel it helps hold moisture in the node. That helps attach onto the moss maybe a little faster. I don't know, maybe not. It's not the easiest thing to work with, but also aesthetically I like it because it's not as obvious, maybe.
In the sun, be the cat inside.
And here she is. So all extended, definitely will need to be adding more moss, but good to go for now. I actually had more moss than I thought, so maybe at the very end I can go back and fill some of them up. Okay, now let's start with the redos. I think let's start with the Esculento. This will be the second time I redo this Esculento. I don't believe I did this on camera. Maybe I did for a reel, I'm not sure. But basically I had initially had it in a cocoa coir chip filled pole and it wasn't rooting onto the pole. And also I noticed that I had it backwards, so the aerial roots were all facing out, not into the pole. And I figured that's why it wasn't rooting into the pole. I don't know. But turns out I have done it again. The roots are facing outward. I don't know if you can see. So it does have some roots in the pole, but it's not in its optimal position in a pole. I also want to get it on a larger pole, so this is going to get an upgrade from the Grow Thickly Medium into a Grow Thickly Large 3.0 that opens in the front. And the large is wider and a little bit taller, and I just think it'll support the plant a little better. So unfortunately, we have to take this apart. We'll probably have to repot it as well. And yeah, please wish me luck, send me good vibes because I'm a little nervous. There are some roots in here, so full disclosure, I'm not positive what I'm doing. I guess let's just dig in. I'll start by removing the grafting tape. And then I will open the pole to try to release the roots. Here, let me get rid of the moss on this area. I'll bring you a little bit further down too so you can see. I guess we're going to unpot it next. Okay, look at these roots. Some of them are so dark green. Okay. Such a mess. Okay. I need to remove some of this moss so that it hopefully releases the aerial roots that are on here. Wow, some of these roots are so hefty. Oh, here we go. Okay, issue number 2. There's like roots all the way down into the soil too. So I need to break that up. I wasn't really planning to switch up the soil, but I don't know what my other option is with this situation. Listen, I guess I could like rip into the poles to just release it, but I'm trying to save the pole so I can use it for another plant. I just hope I don't anger this Esculento too much. There's like a very large root coming from in here, and it's, I don't know if you can see. I think I need to cut this one grid, but I think cutting that grid will still, like I can still use it.
Approximately 10 hours later.
Oh man, this is really, really rooted in here. I don't think there's a way to salvage the pole, unfortunately. I definitely want to save the plant over the pole, so. Oh my gosh, I think a little piece of dirt just went in my... eye. I don't know what's going on in there, but it's really stuck. Oh, it's the grid in front. Yes. Okay. Here we go. Okay. This root system is nice. Maybe I should have built the pole before making this mess. I'm gonna go wash my hands a little bit and clean some of this up so that I can build the pole without this wet soil. We're back with a semi, or at least cleaner workspace. So these are the new Grow Thickly 3.0 poles, and basically they're just like the medium 2.0. This is the large, so they're a little bit taller. They're obviously thicker, and they open in the front, which I love because as you saw previously with the ones that open in the back, it just becomes a little bit of a stickier situation should you need to remove the plant from the pole or access the roots for any reason. But but these build exactly the same. I have a few videos using these pulls on my channel, and I can link them down below. But you fold at the creases, and then the side with these little flaps goes in the soil, and the side with these little slats opening go in the top, and that's for extension so that the extensions can clip onto each other. Pre-moistened moss. Let's see. About here. Okay. Probably just going to do this far up and then evaluate if I need more. Noticing one more thing about these pulls, and I actually really like it. So I don't know if you're gonna be able to see, but they clip on one and then the other one has open flaps. So this will actually work really handy since I already have aerial roots. I can just stick them in through there. Oh, and this is for sure gonna need a larger pot. Probably this one is okay. Ooh. I mean, yes, but should I do the larger one? Yeah, maybe I'll do the larger one because it's quite big. I think I'm gonna do this one, which I believe it's the 6.5 inch, just because the pole is so much bigger and this does have a hefty root system. Okay, another thing that I think I'm gonna try is I'm going to attach the plant onto the pole before I put it in, just so that we can properly place it as it should be. Yeah, right here. For now, that is okay. And then I need to add soil. This is just my aeroid mix.
Side we sway there in all the colors. Sunlight. Lonesome girl.
This thing's turned already. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna work. We'll just do this after.
Folded on the lawn chair in all the colors.
I'll tell you what I want to grab, some myco to add to the roots. Okay, I have my myco and I'm just going to add that to the roots to prevent any shock. So this is going to go like this. I feel like this can't go in the middle. Maybe do this. Yeah, that's better.
When we were getting nowhere fast. giving back. Honeysuckle, fresh cut grass.
And I will take care of attaching the aerial roots after I'm done potting.
I could really use some stuff like that. Talk to me.
What a mess. I'm gonna push down some of this moss.
Tell me all that you've seen and all the colors. Summer love. Memory.
I'm really loving these larger poles. This is probably good for now. Not so fun part of getting these aerial roots back into the moss. Wish me luck.
Washed in every shade of green and all the colors. Summer love. Remember the lazy river day.
I'm sorry, you're not gonna be able to see this very well. I'm just trying my best here to get these aerial roots back into the moss bowl. I think I did it. Okay. I'm gonna use some grafting tape just to hold them a little bit more securely in place.
Bathing in the turquoise blue, losing track of time with you. Another peach pie sunset view, sleeping in the afternoon, no place to be.
Okay, so she is all done. I did clip some of the leaves so that they could all kind of face in the same direction. It is quite an upsize from what she was before, but I think that this pole calls for it. And also she had a really nice strong root system. I'm going to go ahead and leave the moss right where it is right now because the latest node is right here on the pole. So it has a little bit, and again, I want to try to get through these situations that I need to do with the moss, and then I can just top them off really easily. So this is all done. It was really messy, but I am so glad it's taken care of, and I hope that she will be much happier in here. It was a bummer I had to uproot it so much, but I think it was definitely necessary. I'm also not gonna water her because her roots were still really wet, and again, she was just thoroughly hydrated. So I'm going to leave her as is until she's thirsty again. Next up is my golden pothos. I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but the roots held on really, really quickly onto the moss. And the reason I also want to get it on a large grow thickly is because I don't think that this medium is supporting all of those roots. There's like 3 or 4 vines in here and the roots are really, really meaty. So I just want to give it more support, and also for the long term, I just want it to be more stable as I start adding extensions. I don't think this is, no, yeah, this for sure is not gonna need more than the 1 pull. The last node is right on here. I'm not looking forward to the mess I'm about to make if it's going to be anything like the Esculento we just did. But we'll just start removing the pole.
And nothing to prove. That's sure something I could use.
This has some pretty significant roots also. Oh boy, I'm having flashbacks from the Esculento.
A cure for the air
Oh no, I just broke a leaf. It's okay, it was damaged.
conditioning. Good to use some too.
This one has also that one meaty root that's going down into the soil. It's exactly the one I had issues with on the Esculento. Yay, that's released. How is this even?
I'm hushing the dog.
Woo, that was so much easier. Okay, great. Does the amount of mess you make, or do you even make a mess, but if you do, does it give you like anxiety? Because I just, like now, I wish I just had a super clean space to work with, but obviously that's not the case. I'm just going to sweep it away for now because I'm just going to continue making a mess while I get this situated. Okay. Oh, so there's 3 vines in here. This one has not a, I don't know if this just broke off or it was always just very loosely on there. That's okay. 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 I think for this one, I am going to try to attach it to the pole first. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to do that once it's already in there because I'm not having very good luck. I'm getting impatient.
I'm running up stones on the edge of the bank. Rally the troops for another refrain. I sing this softly to myself. I sing this softly to myself.
My camera is about to die. Okay, this guy is done. I did end up attaching more nodes than I had initially anticipated, but I think that that's okay, and I look forward to it upsizing in a bigger and more stable pole. We have 2 more to do, and this one's actually pretty easy. It's my Monstera Obliqua. I just need to top off the pole. It has given me a ton of runners because I guess I waited too long. I don't even know where that runner inside is coming from, but that's okay, I guess. Yeah, for the longest time it wasn't giving me runners, and then that's all I've been getting. So let's just top this off really quick, and then we'll move on to the Adansonii elbow, and then we're done.
I'm buried beneath the sand.
I don't believe any roots have grabbed onto the pole yet, which is a bummer. This lives in my IKEA cabinet, and yeah, it just, the runners. That's as far as I'm gonna go because The node is like right here on the pole, so there's plenty of room. So this is all set. And then our last one. Finally, our chop. This is my Monstera Adansonii mint, and it is self-destructing. I lost all of these bottom leaves when I first got it. I'll put a photo or a video on the screen of what it looked like when I first got it. It was beautiful with, I mean, just the most perfect variegation. I thought it looked really stable, really even. But then I let it dry out for too long and I lost all the bottom leaves. And then ever since, well, the first leaf was like tiny and kind of like a half moon. Then I got this one, which I was excited about. And then the green just has been less and less. I don't know if you can tell, but there's like itty bitty green on this one, just right down the center. And yeah, I mean, it's holding on to the leaves. It lives in the IKEA greenhouse cabinet in the Millsbo tall. So I think because of the warmth and humidity, it's being able to hold on to them. But the plant can't maintain all white leaves. And I think that really only one leaf with significant green is definitely not enough to continue and maintain a plant. By the way, this is like the newest leaf and it's like completely all white. So we are going to chop and then try to propagate some of these nodes and see what happens. Hopefully I can get some more green, and hopefully the bottom nodes don't completely revert to green. First things first, let's get rid of the grafting tape.
There's no way to speak or reach out my hand, watching the paper slowly unfold.
I do see like one or two roots that have gone in the pole. I don't know if you can see, but not very many, and certainly I don't think any of the top ones, so that's probably good. Actually, it's pretty attached in there. Okay. Have to figure out where to chop. I don't understand how it's where are these roots? Okay. So since this is, I think I'm gonna chop between these two green ones. Wish I had my X-Acto knife. Okay. Looks like I'm gonna have to release the roots from in here, even though I don't see any. And this moss is pretty dry.
Bracing for news that I can't bear to hold, while I'm singing this song to myself. I sing this softly to myself. Tore up my jeans on the fence. This iron road I cannot bend, but my
Oh, this one's long. Oh boy, this one's really long. Oh, here we go. Oh, wow. Okay, so then I think I am going to chop this again. See how the stem does have variegation? So maybe right up here. Yeah. And then I'll have two cuttings. Let me bring some water so I can get rid of some of this moss. If you saw the mess that's going on all around me. Okay, we're gonna put this in here for a second to try to break some of that moss loose. I'm gonna clean up just a little bit. By the way, I'm leaving this as is to see if it activates any of these other nodes. You can see the stem is very green down there, so we'll see. We'll hold on to this little leaf. Okay, let's clean up a bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a little perlite dome propagation situation with this dome. I've been waiting to use it, and since these cuttings have some leaves, this width will give them some room, and I just think it's gonna look so cute, and hopefully the humidity will be able to maintain those white leaves at least for a little bit.
Walking is like
Okay, so I'm just gonna cover up with perlite.
I sing softly to myself. I sing softly to myself.
I'm just trying to remove as much of the sphagnum moss as possible.
I'm waking up early again, sitting alone and listening. There is no separation from you and me. I sing.
And this is just regular water. I usually don't add any nutrients until there are roots, if I notice the plant is struggling for propagations. Otherwise, I just do water. I think this is as good as it gets for our current situation. We'll put the dome. There it is. It looks so cute. We did it! Got through all of the pull chores that I needed to do, and I am so excited. I really hope this one makes it. It was such a wish list plant, and it arrived looking so good. And then, of course, I underwatered it as I do, and ever since it's been a challenge. Thank you so much for joining me, doing this together with you. Really pumped me up and gave me the motivation to get it all done. I'm feeling so much better about where my poles are, and I'm just excited to continue to see them grow. Hope you enjoyed this video and or found it helpful. If you did, hope you'll interact with it. Don't forget to subscribe so you can be notified when I upload new videos, and I will see you very soon. Thank you.
Softly to myself, I sing the song.